Hey everyone, it's Jason. We got another Marvel United miniature unboxing for Rise of the Black Panther. Yes, this is one of the like the other games. This is gonna add extra little gameplay like everything else. You can mix and match with everything else. It does specify in here that it needs the core expansion, and that's only because it doesn't include all the little extra tokens like the power tokens and the things like that. It's still gonna have all brand new maps, all new characters, all that stuff. This is one of the only boxes I have that doesn't have anything Kickstarter in it. Most of the other expansions came with an extra Kickstarter character, so I'll make sure I point them out. Yeah, and then they also add extra little new modes or little gimmicks to every game. So it's not just, it's kind of like you're buying more of the same thing. I'm getting another villain to play against, and getting, a couple new heroes to play with. And they're all going to do the same things, generally. But you gain extra little, bonus thing that does something different that you can do. You can play this game or add to another game. So let's hop into it. Alright, welcome to Wakanda. Adds 3 proud new heroes, deadly villain, new locations, and new endangered location challenge. There's only one sheet here, so it's not even gonna give me a bunch of stuff, but it explains everything that's in there. The endangered location challenge creates a bond between hero and the specific location. They must ensure their location remains under control or risk being KO'd. During each step, a player is given a pair of matching, or during setup, each player is given a pair of matching endangered location tokens. Each player selects a different location and places one of their tokens there, keeping the other next to their hero. So there's going to be a couple different icons. Whenever a villain should place a civilian or thug token at the location, has an endangered location spot, but that location is full of the hero, with the corresponding endangered location takes 1 damage. Alright, so yeah, that adds definitely some challenges to the game. So here's our endangered. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be the same on either side. Our box looks pretty much like the base game box. So we're going to go through locations. So where do we got for the Rise of the Black Panther? We have the Golden City. You may move to any other location. So that's going to be I think lots of these effects are going to be repeated over and over. And that's fine. You just, because these parts might be different. Even if they're still the same. Whatever. Just don't use the same ones over and over then. The Great Mound. You may discard 1 card from your hand to remove the bottom card of your deck to remove. You may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to remove 1 crisis token from anywhere. Well, that's pretty cool. Jabari Village. You may gain 1 wild token. The Royal Palace. End of turn. You may search your deck for any 1 card, and then shuffle your deck and place that card on top. That's always helpful. Shuri's Lab. You may draw cards until you have 3 in your hand. I think that's the same as Stark's Lab. And Warrior Falls. You may attack at this location. You may attack in this location. Attack what? Weird. I'm not really sure what that means. If you gain extra 1, just every turn you're there, if maybe that's what that means. It's kind of a weird way to phrase that. Like, you can punch in that location. So I'm guessing that's what that means. Is I just get an extra fist. Alright, then we're going to have Killmonger, who's our villain. So, bam. Deal 1 damage to each hero in Killmonger's location, then replace the leftmost thug civilian token there, if present, with a crisis token. Overflow. 1 more token can't be added to the location. Replace the leftmost token in Killmonger's location with a crisis token. Villainous plot. The heroes lose when 4 or more locations have 3 or more crisis tokens. Alright, so that works with that one that wants to remove crisis tokens. Alright. Let's have a good old look at little Eric Killmonger here. Like, he's got like a tribal mask, but then he's wearing the, like, army fatigues. Got a sword and a little spear. Definitely neat. Let's look at our cards. If we can get these open. I'm terrible at opening these. I should just always do this ahead of time. Alright, so we have Winter Soldier. We have Shuri. And we have Black Panther. Arguably, I would have liked to had, instead of Winter Soldier, I would have rather had, in this set, like Okoye, or M'Baku. Because I get that, like, movie-wise, okay, I get how he's kind of tied into that, but he wasn't really a Wakandan character. And then we have Killmonger and his threat cards. Then we have the challenge. Just explains, how that works. Alright, let's look at Killmonger's cards first, since we've already looked at his big board. He has some mercenaries. Each thug in this location requires 2 damage to be defeated. Assassination attempt. Heroes ending their turn in this location take 1 damage. Weapon smuggling. Place 1 crisis token in an empty slot in this location. If all slots are full, replace the leftmost thug or civilian token. Oh boy, he has Agnium crisis tokens. Here are his cards. I can zoom in on this a little bit better. Some places a bunch of cards for 0. Bam, bam, bam. 2, 3, 4. Not much to really say about most of these. I mean, I could try and read off every one, but that sounds really exhausting. So he has movement, has a star. So overthrow. Move to the closest location with the most civilians and replace all civilians that are crisis tokens. There are no civilians in any location. Move to the next one clockwise. Oh, dude, that's crazy. And then move clockwise to the next location with any heroes. Duel. Deal 2 damage to 1 hero in Killmonger's location. Hero's choice. Oh, that's crazy. He's got some crazy cards. Alright, let's look at Black Panther first. We'll start with the King of Wakanda. I like how he's got... I love the poses. It's kind of like, I'm ready to go. Like, let's do this. He's got some purple cards. Alright, purple and black. So he's got... Alright, so we haven't looked at any. So he's got some movement. Makes sense. He's got movement and heroic. He's got an attack. Single movement, movement attack, movement attack. And double heroics. He's got his wild cards. Everyone has 2 of those. His special cards are Panther Habit. I wonder why the text is so small. So he's got a regular attack, then he also gets a move and a heroic. And then he has another one, but instead he's got a move and attack, and he starts with heroic. He's got another one, which is heroic and attack, and he gets a move. So that's interesting. He gets his 3 different ones are all the same, but they're little variations of each other. Panther Habit. Kind of like, reminds me of Captain America. His cards were all just slightly different. We have Shuri here with her gauntlets. She's like kind of charging in. There's a bit of detail on some of them. I know my camera sucks, so sorry. But like, okay, they put like the dots on her face. The little cat paws she's wearing have teeth. Yeah, it's just crazy amount of detail for... And look at all the braids in her hair. Like, I mean, they could have made these really crappy little miniatures, but they did really well on them. there's a better picture where colored. So Shuri gets a move. Like that, like, yeah, I scored like Mega Man. Movement, he's got a little gauntlet. That just reminds me of Thundercats. So heroic, she got an attack. Movement attack, movement heroic, heroic. She's got a lot of heroic stuff. Heroic. She's got some wilds, because everyone has wilds. So Young Genius, give 1 wild token from the pool to any hero. They may draw until they have 3 cards in their hand. Oh, that's awesome. Plus it's a wild anyhow. So she gets 2 of those. Oh, she has all 3 of those are the same. I guess if you're giving out wilds anyhow, that's definitely cool. I do like when they have different abilities, but having all the same one isn't really that big of a deal either. Alright, and then we have the White Wolf himself, Winter Soldier. I do like, though, that even though the movie was out, they gave him the Winter Soldier arm and, like, the face mask versus more of the, like, version you'd see, like, in Endgame or in the Falcon Winter Soldier. Like, I like that they kind of kept him more this version of Winter Soldier versus, like, no mask and, like, black and gold metal arm. Alright, he's got the little symbol there for his arm. So he's got movement, attack, attack. I think he's got a lot of this stuff. Attack, double attack, 1 heroic, a wild card. So he's not really the heroic type, which makes sense. He's all about getting in position and attacking. So Expert Assassin, gain 2 attack tokens. He's got 3 of those. Alright, well that is what we got for that. Yeah, these videos aren't going to take very long because there's not a lot of different stuff in every character card, or every box. I get why they made the boxes how they did, but they also have so much extra room in there for the 3 heroes. Even if I sleeve them, it's not going to take all 3 spots, but you can dump the tokens and stuff in there. Alright, well that was Rise of the Black Panther. Not too much. Definitely neat set. Different characters. Winter Soldier is going to be giving a lot of attacks. Shuri's going to be giving out wild tokens and helping people draw cards. Black Panther is a little bit more versatile in everything because he can gain extra bonuses himself for each card he plays, but he's a little bit more all around. Killmonger has a really neat concept with adding the crisis tokens. And then that new mode with the endangered village or endangered locations. That's definitely an interesting thing to do. I mean, it might make the game a little bit more challenging, but I know some people are talking about the base game, and they're like, oh, this game is so easy. It's the base game. Base games are usually easier, just because they need everyone as an entry point. Like, if you're playing the game and it's so hard that you can't win ever, or you're winning like 1 in every 10 times, you're probably not going to buy any expansions. But now if you play the base game, you're like, oh, this is kind of easy. I figured this out. Now add this in. Now you have to worry about locations. Or you can play like the Thanos set, which will add more stuff. Alright, so that's Rise of the Black Panther. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Bye.